Emotional maturity isn't what you think. It's not about being calm all the time, or never getting angry, or being the bigger person every time. In fact, some emotionally mature behaviors look uncomfortable, misunderstood, and even rude to people who lack them. Emotional maturity is one of the most misunderstood psychological traits. People often confuse it with being quiet, being nice, or tolerating disrespect. But psychology tells a different story. Emotionally mature people don't avoid feelings. They understand them. They don't control others. They regulate themselves. In this video, we'll break down psychological signs someone is emotionally mature, using simple stick figure examples you can recognize in real life. Some of these signs might challenge how you see yourself, or the people around you. Stay till the end, because the last signs are the ones most people never talk about. And if you enjoy Psychology Explained Simply, subscribe to Stick Psychology. 1. They don't need to win every argument. Emotionally mature people don't argue to win. They argue to understand, or they don't argue at all. They know being right isn't worth emotional exhaustion. Sometimes silence protects peace better than words. They choose clarity over ego. 2. They can sit with uncomfortable emotions. Emotionally immature people rush to escape discomfort. Emotionally mature people sit with it. They don't numb feelings immediately. They don't distract instantly. They allow sadness, disappointment, and frustration to exist without letting it control their actions. 3. They don't blame others for their feelings. They don't say, "You made me angry." They say, "I felt angry, and I'm responsible for how I respond." This shift is a huge psychological marker of maturity. 4. They communicate boundaries without drama. Emotionally mature people don't threaten, guilt, or over-explain. They state boundaries calmly. "I'm not comfortable with that. I won't be available for this. That doesn't work for me." No performance, no apology for self-respect. 5. They can accept feedback without breaking down. Feedback doesn't destroy their identity. They don't hear correction as rejection. They filter feedback. What's useful? What's noise? Then they adjust without self-hatred. 6. They don't overshare to seek validation. Emotionally mature people are selective. They don't expose their wounds to people who haven't earned access. Privacy is emotional intelligence. 7. They apologize without defending themselves. When they apologize, it's not followed by excuses. "I'm sorry" means accountability, not justification. They focus on impact, not intent. 8. They don't take everything personally. Not every reaction is about them. They understand projection. They don't internalize other people's moods. 9. They regulate before they respond. Emotionally mature people pause. They breathe. They respond from intention, not impulse. This single habit saves relationships, careers, and mental health. 10. They can disagree without disrespect. They don't raise their voice to feel powerful. They don't insult to feel superior. They stay grounded, even in disagreement. 11. They don't seek constant reassurance. They self-validate. They don't need constant emotional babysitting. They trust their own judgment. 12. They know when to walk away. They don't chase closure from people who refuse accountability. Walking away is not weakness. It's emotional self-preservation. 13. They don't play the victim role. They acknowledge pain, but don't live inside it. They ask, "What can I learn? How can I grow?" 14. They manage energy, not just time. They know burnout isn't caused by workload alone. It's caused by emotional leaks. toxic relationships, overcommitment, lack of boundaries. 15. They don't rush emotional decisions. They don't react when triggered. They wait for emotional clarity. 16. They can be alone without feeling empty. Solitude doesn't scare them. They use alone time to recalibrate, not escape. 17. They don't need to prove their worth. They don't perform for approval. Their confidence is quiet but solid. 18. They take responsibility for healing. They don't expect others to fix their wounds. They do the inner work. 19. They accept that not everyone will like them. They don't shrink to be accepted. They choose authenticity over popularity. 20. They stay calm under pressure. Calm is practiced, not inherited. 21. They don't fear change. They understand growth requires discomfort. 22. They stop replaying old mistakes. They learn, then release. 23. They don't compare their journey. Comparison dissolves self-trust. 24. They handle conflict directly. No passive aggression. No silent punishment. 25. They trust themselves. Even when unsure. Even when afraid. They trust their ability to adapt. Emotional maturity isn't perfection. It's awareness, responsibility, and self-respect. No one masters all of these, but practicing even a few can change how you experience life. Which sign surprised you the most? Comment below, I read them. Subscribe to Stick Psychology for simple psychology that helps you live better, think clearer, and grow stronger.